Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Just Arsenal YouTube channel. Whether you're watching it on the website or on the YouTube channel, I hope you're having a great day. Back here with Rob again for another Just Arsenal video. Hope you're enjoying the videos. Hope you're subscribing to the channel, Just Arsenal. Um, and yeah, we're back. I think last time we spoke about Bukayo Saka's contract situation. Today, we're going to be talking about our first signing of the summer, our new signing, 19-year-old Marquinhos from Sao Paulo. It's another Brazilian signing, another use of Edu's extensive links to Brazilian players and agents and that. Um, and it's another young player from Brazil. Hopefully, he's in the mould of a Gabriel Martinelli and not a Wellington Silva. And he actually plays for us, and hopefully, he surprises everyone and makes his way into the first team immediately. I think possibly he'll go out on loan. That's going to be something we discuss in this video. But yeah, Rob, initial thoughts on this deal? How delighted are you?
Oh, I'm ecstatic, obviously. It's always hard to judge these deals. I remember feeling pretty similarly about Martinelli when he came in. It's always nice to sign a youngster from abroad, especially Brazil, who produce, such brilliant players as we saw with Martinelli. He was a revelation when he came in, despite coming from, like the fourth tier of Brazilian football. Marquinhos is already a bit more experienced than that. He has been playing in the top flight with Sao Paulo over there in Brazil. But I think you're right. I think a loan spell will be on the cards. I think he'll come in for pre-season. Mikel Arteta will be able to assess him, see where he is, whether he'll be able to contribute this season, maybe play a few of the Europa League matches at the start of the season, and then go on loan for the second half of the campaign. Who knows? But yeah, I think it's a smart piece of business by the club. I know that Edu sort of said his usual crap about, we've been watching this guy for a while and we really wanted to sign him and we didn't want to miss out on him and all that sort of nonsense. But I don't know, why not get excited about it? It seems like a very talented player. Wolves were heavily interested in him as well. I know there was a sort of legal dispute about that. And maybe we'll touch upon that in a minute. But yeah, it's, I suppose, an exciting deal, yeah.
Yeah, I really like deals like this. I like when the club do this because it's using our scouting network, which I like. I like us trying to not exploit, use to our advantage the resources we've got. We've got players, we've got people out there watching these players. We're also using the peaks of Edu and his contacts, which is a good thing. But also just like signing a very young player for a very small fee. I just like who potentially was very highly rated. I've heard he's very highly rated in Brazil. Um, it's very low risk. If he is not, if he turns out he's not, that great. We haven't spent a lot of money on him, and theoretically, if he comes in and plays a handful of games for us, his value is still going to increase from. Even if he's not that great, it's going to go up from what it was because he'll be a more developed player who would have played in Europe and played for a club like Arsenal. So he'll have more value and he'll still be young. So even if he isn't, the next Neymar or even the next Gabriel Martinelli, he'll be he'll still be a good asset to sell on, and we won't have lost any money. So there really is basically no downside to this deal, and there is, on the other hand, potentially huge reward if he is, brilliant. We've signed a player for very little money. We could potentially sell him on in the future, or just stay at Arsenal and do very well. So I don't see why that whenever I post about this sort of signing on my page, there's always people complaining. I was just, why would you complain about a deal like this? I get it if it's a £50 million player you don't think's very good, but like this is just not worth complaining about. It's just so low risk, potential high reward on the player. Um, from what I've seen, he's a tricky right wing. I think he's right footed. Pretty quick, good dribbler. I've seen some data actually on him. Somehow Scott on Twitter, that crab, managed to get some data on him, and he looked decent enough for his age in the Brazilian league. He's already playing for Sao Paulo in the Brazilian league at 19, which is pretty impressive. And he's a goal threat from that position. I've seen some clips, obviously. Um, And yeah, perhaps we've spoken in the last few days about right wingers. Perhaps he will play that role next season. What do you think on his chances of actually featuring for us next season?
I think it's really difficult to assess that because when someone comes from a different continent to come over and play in Europe, you just have no idea what their level is going to be. I've already spoken about Martinelli, but we've seen it at Real Madrid with sort of Vinicius and Rodrigo. They were obviously a bit more expensive than Marquinhos, but they came directly from Brazil and they pretty much started playing football in Europe straight away. Um, so it's just very difficult to tell. I think time really will tell us how good this guy is. But if he can offer a goal threat, as you say, and if he is a tricky winger, I don't see why not. I don't see why he couldn't be a good sort of option on the right hand side. I think a lot of people on Twitter have. Again, they're probably in a similar position to us and haven't spoken about it much. But I saw someone sort of compare him to Pepe and the fact that Pepe is unfortunately, realistically, the finished product. But this guy is 20, has all those raw attributes that we know that Pepe has. But Mikel Arteta has the opportunity to mould and shape this player and make him into something very good. So I think that's a really exciting aspect of it. If sort of those raw qualities are there and he needs to be refined, maybe through a loan spell or maybe just sticking around at Arsenal under the watch of a very good coach in Mikel Arteta. So I think it's very difficult to say whether he'll play next season, but I'm excited to see what he can offer in pre-season, where I'm sure he'll be given opportunities.
Yeah, I guess what will happen will be he'll come in for preseason and we'll get to see him a bit then. And I think the coaches probably don't know enough about him to make a decision yet, but they'll see him in preseason training, the friendlies, and they'll make a decision from there. Is he ready for the first team? Um, is he ready to play maybe a few group stage games in the Europa League, as you mentioned, some Carabao Cup games, or does he need a loan to mature? So yeah, it'll be interesting, and I'm looking forward to seeing him in preseason. I'm actually going to the Sevilla Emirates Cup game, so it's always nice, Emirates Cup. And yeah, we'll call it a day there because this is not a player we know an awful lot about, and I feel like most people won't unless you are an avid Brazilian league watcher. Yeah, Rob, any parting words?
No, happy that the club have made the first signing of the summer, but other than that, we'll have to wait and see on this one.
Beautifully put, as always, by Robert Worthington. My guy. You can follow him on Twitter at AFCblogger_49 or AFC_blogger49. You can follow me on Twitter at Alfie Colshaw. And yeah, thanks for watching this Just Arsenal video. Check out the other videos on the channel. And we'll see you next week with whatever we'll be talking about then. Hopefully, it'll be another confirmed signing. Who knows? But yeah, bye.